Ravi wiped the sweat off his forehead as he carried a heavy sack of grains toward the barn. His hands were rough, his clothes torn, and his feet covered in dust. He had worked on this farm for 10 years, and yet he was still nothing more than a servant. Behind him, sitting on a wooden chair in the shade, his master, Thakur Sahab, sipped his cold drink. His white clothes were spotless. His gold watch gleamed in the sunlight. "You missed a spot," Thakur Sahab said, pointing lazily at the ground. Ravi clenched his jaw. He had not eaten since morning, but he said nothing. He never did. Until that day. That day, everything changed. That day, Ravi discovered a terrible secret, one that would shake the entire village. And for the first time in his life, he looked his master in the eye and said, "No." Thakur Sahab's glass slipped from his hand and shattered on the ground. A deadly silence filled the air. The villagers stopped what they were doing. The birds stopped singing. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. No one had ever dared to say no to Thakur Sahab. And now, Ravi would pay the price. Chapter 1: The Village of Silence. The village of Sandapa was as beautiful as a painting. Green fields stretched far and wide. The river flowed like silver under the sun. The air smelled of flowers and the sky was always clear. But behind this beauty, there was a truth no one spoke about. Thakur Sahab ruled over everything. He owned the land, the crops, even the people. If he said it stand, you stood. If he said it sit, you Saturday. If he said work without food, you worked without food. And Ravi, he had never questioned him. Until that day. Chapter 2: The First Warning. The moment Ravi refused, he felt the change in the air. Thakur Sahab stood up slowly. His eyes narrowed. "What did you say?" His voice was calm, but it was dangerous. Ravi's heart pounded, but he did not step back. "I said no," he repeated. The villagers gasped. An old woman covered her mouth. A child clutched his mother's hand. Thakur Sahab smiled, but his smile was cold. "Go home, Ravi," he said. "You must be tired. We'll talk tomorrow." But Ravi knew what that meant. Tomorrow, he might never wake up. Chapter 3: The Secret That Changed Everything. That night, Ravi could not sleep. He had crossed a line. He had spoken against his master. And now, he was in danger. But something strange happened. While walking near the river, he saw two men whispering. He hid behind a tree and listened. "The papers are ready," one man said. "Good," the other replied. "Thakur Sahab's land will be ours soon. He doesn't even know we tricked him." Ravi's eyes widened. Thakur Sahab was being cheated. The men left, unaware that someone had heard them. Ravi stood frozen. He had two choices. 1. Stay silent and let his enemy suffer. 2. Tell Thakur Sahab the truth. And risk his own life. And against all logic, Ravi decided to do the unthinkable. Chapter 4: The Unbelievable Alliance. The next morning, Ravi walked straight into Thakur Sahab's grand mansion. The guards grabbed him, but Thakur Sahab raised a hand. "Let him speak," he said. Ravi took a deep breath and told him everything. The secret deal. The betrayal. The men who planned to steal his land. Thakur Sahab listened silently. Then, for the first time, he asked, "Why are you telling me this?" Ravi looked him in the eye. "Because even you don't deserve to be cheated." There was a long silence. Then, Thakur Sahab did something that shocked the entire village. He laughed. A deep, loud laugh. Then he said, "Come with me." Chapter 5: The Night That Changed Everything. That night, Ravi and Thakur Sahab hid near the river. Soon, the two men arrived. Thakur Sahab stepped out of the shadows. "Going somewhere?" he asked, his voice like ice. The men turned pale. "Yes, sir, we were just..." But before they could run, Ravi blocked their path. "You thought I was just a poor servant, didn't you?" he said. "Well, guess what? I have a mind too." The men begged for mercy. Thakur Sahab smirked. "You tried to cheat me. Now, let's see how you live without my land, my money, and my mercy. By morning, the men had disappeared. No one ever saw them again. Chapter 6: The Impossible Truth. The next day, the village woke up to a new Sandapa. For the first time, Thoku Sahab changed. He paid the workers fairly. He listened to the villagers. He even thanked Ravi in front of everyone. And then, the most impossible thing happened. Thoku Sahab took off his gold ring and placed it in Ravi's hand. From today, you are not a servant, he said. You are my equal. The villagers stood in shock. Ravi's hands trembled. He had spent his life under this man's rule. And now, he stood beside him. Tears filled his eyes. For the first time in his life, Ravi smiled. The end.